In January 2006, Evo Morales assumed the presidency of Bolivia, promising a democratic mandate without revenge or deaths.
Será y va a ser un gobierno sin muertos.
However, 2.5 years later, different facts tarnish social peace and endanger the democracy reaffirmed by popular vote. Bolivia is being led by a dictatorship toward the axis of undemocratic Cuba, Venezuela and Nicaragua, countries that have established good relations with Iran. Evo Morales is an instrument that Hugo Chavez finances to achieve a total change in political systems in Latin America, generating violence, death and chaos.
Entonces habrá que crear un Vietnam.
Miners faced in Wanuni with a balance of tragic victims because the government strategically left them on their own. The prefecture of Cochabamba, burned by coca leaf farmers and supporters of the ruling party, faced the people and provoked new victims. Permission for community justice, where people can take the law into their own hands. Armed paramilitary peasants from the ruling party, called Red Ponchos, present in a public parade. Messages of encouragement from the Vice President of the Republic, Álvaro García Linera, for supporters of the ruling party to use weapons.
Lo más suyo es la patria y defenderá con su pecho, con su mano, con la piedra, con la curagua, con el Mauser, defenderá esta revolución, estos cambios y este gobierno revolucionario.
Sacrificed butchered dogs, symbolizing the opponents of the government and pronouncing death threats. Attempted military occupation of the airport of Santa Cruz with repression of the people, authorities and journalists. Drafting of a constitution of the Republic solely by the mass constituents within a military barracks and intimidation of the constituents of the opposition, breaking all constitutional laws and not respecting the approval by 2/3 as instructed by the Constitution. Opposition to the departmental autonomies, legitimately won through referendums in 4 departments. Violence in Sucre because of extreme police repression directed by a government minister with a new toll of victims and damage to public property. Attacks on journalists by police instructed from the House of Government. Preventing the opposition from attending Congress, passing 2 laws that infringe on departmental autonomy, and cutting the budget of the regions that are not in agreement with the government. The Congress continues to pass law by using its usual practices. Social movements related to the government constructed a human barrier to prevent with violence the opposition legislators from sitting in the National Congress. The continuing aggression against foreign countries by the government and the use of social movements as the first impact force, resulting in blockades and threats to the U.S. Embassy, symbolic burnings and dangerous speeches.
Acción del pueblo contra las políticas del gobierno de Estados Unidos que va protegiendo a delincuentes, va encubriendo a delincuentes, que los pueblos tienen derecho a cuestionar.
The Agency for International Development, USAID, is expelled from part of the national territory by Bolivian coca farmers. The government of Evo Morales supports the actions of the cocaleros and defends the free planting of the leaf beyond the interests of local communities.
Ahora siento, ojalá sea que Chapare no solamente territorio libre de analfabetismo, sino que sea territorio libre del imperialismo norteamericano, la zona del trópico de Cochabamba.
The president repeated interventions against the government of Alan Garcia in Peru, threatening the peace that currently exists on the continent.
¿Por qué no te callas? Métete en tu país y no te metas en el mío. Y ya estás jalando demasiado la pita. Así que ten cuidado con las consecuencias de lo que estás haciendo.
The president continues to attack the autonomous regions with a speech and threatens war.
Las llamadas telefónicos en la madrugada, en las noches, del altiplano, de algunos trabajadores, del Chapare, de algunas regiones. ¿Sabe qué me dicen? No, compañero Evo, como dirigente que te has hecho respetar, ahora como presidente has de respetar. Y si no puedes, denos arma para hacerte respetar. Ese me dicen telefónicamente los compañeros.
In addition to threats, they have devoted themselves to a strategy of regional conflicts for the generation of violence and division among Bolivians. Proof of this is the capture of the Director of Rural Affairs, Ministry of Rural Development, Amadeo Amorim, while promoting violence during the referendum in Santa Cruz. A member of the executive branch was found with stolen ballot boxes, Molotov cocktails and leaflets promoting abstention. Military forces have begun to be used for carrying out various attacks, such as that of Tarija, where a member of the presidential escort was captured after carrying out a terrorist attack on a television channel, becoming a dangerous precedent of state terrorism. So far, our relationship has been proved directly to the military command and the executive power, financed by the Embassy of Venezuela. At present, there has been a large number of irregularities detected in the electoral roll for the upcoming revocation referendum. The parliamentarians have begun to denounce the preparation of an electoral fraud by the government, with the support of the National Electoral Court, made up of a Masista majority. After 2.5 years in power, in addition to violence, racism and uncertainty, the government of Evo Morales is already responsible for more than 30 dead, and democracy is in danger.